It's Thursday, probably around 6 p.m. And I'd come out and bring the camera. Hey girls. Hey girls. How's my babies? How's the little girls doing? Well, hello, Lacey. Hey, Lacey girl. Rosie, come on, stop barking. Come on. Come on, Rose. Come on, Rosie. Let's go. Let's go for a walk. Hi, Cher. Tell me about it, Cher. Tell me. What? It's probably 90. Getting ready for another pretty sunset, though. Summer days. Okay. That's all I got today. Not a lot, but it's enough. Good afternoon, YouTubers, friends and family. RV Debs here with you. It is Thursday, and it's about 4 in the afternoon. Nice and hot out there. I've just been pretty much staying in. I took the dogs out twice, and we walk around a little bit, but it's extremely hot here in this section of Texas right now. And although I lived in Florida, and it was very hot there, it's not much different here. The only difference in the weather I see is that the humidity in Florida is much higher. Here, if it's rained a little bit, then we have more of a humid heat. But a lot of times it's just dry heat, very desert-like. But it's hot, so a lot of people stay in the winter, in the summer. Today, I've been watching a YouTube channel I found recently. The name of the channel is SV Delos. D-E-L-O-S. SV Delos. And I'm infatuated with the group. Basically, it's two brothers, and I believe one of the brothers' lady friend. Anyway, they also have other people that join them. They have a sailboat. It's called the SV Delos. It's I believe what did he say, 58 foot, and it's a beautiful sailing yacht. I don't know how they got it or anything, but I know that it started in Seattle. That's where they're from. But at this point, I've been watching. They've been living on this sailboat for like 7 years, and they are the best divers I've ever seen that take underwater diving video that's just breathtaking, beautiful. They're excellent at it, and they also know everything about sailing and fixing anything that needs to be fixed, and they're pretty cool. They're probably in their 20s and 30s, and it really makes me, just I can watch their videos. Are kind of long, 20 to 30 minutes, but you get carried away with them. They do such a great job of videoing. They are really truly professional, and love them. So I've been watching that for a few days. I'll watch like 4 or 5 of the videos in the evening. I won't even watch TV. So that is cool. And then I wanted to answer a few questions that I kind of jotted down. And Margaret asked me, does Kathy have other sisters and brothers? So Kathy has a brother who lives in Georgia. Not Georgia, is it? Yeah, northern Georgia. And he's a married man with, grandkids of his own. And they live in Georgia, but at one time they lived in Port Charlotte, Florida. So Kathy and I used to do arts and craft shows all over Florida, and we would stay at their house. And when we were ever in that area, which is the west coast of Florida. So anyway, she does have a brother. She had a sister. Her sister passed away about, I think it's 4 years ago. Might be 5 years ago. And that really was hard for her. And her sister was very ill, and complications with diabetes and all kinds of terrible stuff. That's one of the reasons Kathy has to be very careful of her toe, and her sugar intake. So she's on antibiotics and soaking her foot and trying to get healed. And I'll keep you updated. When she goes to the doctor again, I'll probably go with her. So that's a continuous story. Hopefully it'll heal. I've been asked by a few people, why don't I do videos about, how I put makeup on or what products I use. I've had someone ask me recently about the clothing I wear and jewelry, and like earrings, do I make them? Well, I made these. I make most of my earrings. The big ones that are beaded, like seed beads that I wore recently, I didn't make. That was a gift from Kathy to me. She went to the Pioneer Woman's mercantile. I don't know if y'all know about Pioneer Woman, but Kat and her daughter-in-laws and a few of the ladies, her mom, they all went to see in Oklahoma, where Pioneer Lady has her home and her mercantile shop and restaurant. They loved it, and that was something she brought me back, were those earrings that are like kind of, what would you call those? Let's see if I can find them. I keep my earrings and jewelry in several places. At one time I painted. They need to be repainted. So I have like several of these little cans. And the earrings I wear mostly are in here. These I did not make. These are the ones that came from Kathy to me. But they're really pretty. And but most of my earrings I have made, actually. And somebody asked if I take custom orders, but I can't redo these because they're made with 14 karat gold filled wire. Like, for instance, let me show you a pair. And I don't really have the ability to, it's very expensive now to buy this kind of gold wire. I have made some beaded earrings and put them on Etsy, and I'll have to do that again. I haven't been making a lot because the garage, which is our workspace, with all the beads and stuff. Hold on a minute, let me fix this. Okay, where we keep our beads and paints and all kinds of stuff. It's very hot in there. The air conditioner that they had in there wasn't doing the job, and so unless it's cooler, I'm not about to sit in there. But this is a pair that we made. I say we because Kath and I used to make them. Let me see if I can get this better. Yeah, it's all hand bent wire, but it's a gold filled wire. And it's not cheap at all. The last pair I made, I think I made these like this last year with some of the stuff I had left, because the beads have to be all gold filled unless it's cheaper, and I do have like less expensive gold beads, but I like good stuff. These are also, I wear these a lot because they match everything. Yeah. But yeah, I make all my earrings. I'll try to make some more earrings because I know some people are asking me about earrings. Sort of made them for so many years. We did it like Really made earrings for about 15 years, a lot of years, maybe even 20 years. These. And they're completely handmade. Because a lot of people make jewelry, they buy the parts at the craft stores and then put them together. Nothing wrong with that. But we used to make them like totally handmade. The O-rings, everything. Okay. Let's see. Somebody asked me, Terry said, why don't I get up there and sing on the first Monday of the month at the senior center? And believe it or not, I am a little shy. I just don't feel like going up there and showing off, you know. Now, eventually I might, but I haven't been playing my guitar for so many years now. My fingers don't have calluses. I have long nails. I would have to cut my nails and practice and, get back into it. And I don't know if I can do that anymore. Let's talk about my seatbelt. I always wear a seatbelt. This is the first place that I've ever lived that I didn't put my seatbelt on. When I lived in Florida, there was traffic everywhere. Even where we lived, I mean, you had to wear a seatbelt. Yes, I know it's the law, so thank you for reminding me. Michael, Joan, and Mouch. I know. I know. So does Kathy and Mark and Mary. We all know, and when we get out on the highway, which is right out here, we have our seatbelts on. When we drive, like when I drive Mary home or we go to someone family night, sometimes we don't. That's our decision. I will try to, wear it all the time. I understand the safety and no matter where you are. I do. But this little town is like, about a mile and a half. I don't even know how all the way around is. Someone asked if I should walk. I don't remember who this asked me, but I remember reading a comment about why don't I walk to the senior center where I go have lunch and play cards. That would be horribly hard for me. It's not that close. I mean, it's close to drive. You're within 3-minute drive, but it's hot out, and I've never been a good walker. I walk the dogs around the corner and I'm done. I walk them around here and then back down the street, and sometimes I'll have gone a few blocks, but that's it. I wish I was that type. Because when I watch the videos on Delos, they are so interesting and they're adventurous and they're young, and I can remember being that young. And being adventurous. Let me tell you a story, a true story. When I was 19 years old, being from Los Angeles, I lived about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Los Angeles, LA. I lived in the Santa Barbara area. My sister had lived there at the time, and we had a lot of friends that moved to Santa Barbara. Loved Santa Barbara. It is beautiful. And if you ever get to California, you can skip LA, but if you can get a car and rent it and go north on 101, Santa Barbara's beautiful. And all the little towns around there are really gorgeous. Anyway, I was 19 and I had a girlfriend named Susie who was a friend and roommate, and we had gone and met these guys who had a sailboat. And they were from Canada. They were from where were they from? I think Vancouver, yeah. It's a long time ago. But they became friends while they were in port. And they had an 89-foot sailboat. It was a workboat. It had, at one time, was a halibut workboat. It had 3 sails and, of course, motor. But it was really big, 89 foot. And they invited us to be part of their crew, which is why Delos intrigues me so much, because they take on people also. and the winds are now sailing and taking on other people to help them crew. So anyway, we got on, Susie and I grabbed my guitar and a bag of clothes, said to my parents, called them in LA and said, I'm going to leave. I'm going to be on this sailboat. And they said, well, don't leave yet. Well, I said, we're not leaving till X, I forget what time. They drove 2 hours, my parents, Ruthie and Joe. And they were at the dock waving goodbye, and they didn't want me to go. But you can't tell your kids don't go when they're 19. It's just past that time. So her and I jumped on board, and I didn't stay on very long. I was supposed to go up to Vancouver and then, get back home. We stayed on that boat for, I think, maybe 5 nights. I don't remember the exact amount of time, but we had gone around Point Conception, which is when you're getting close to Monterey, and that area. And there was major swells and a really bad, stormy, crazy night, all night long. It scared the heck out of both of us. I mean, you're in your little cabin, which was not fancy. My guitar was going from one side of the room to the other in the case. And I just really, really felt, I didn't ever throw up, but I felt nauseous for like 3 days. And then during the day, it would be beautiful. For a while, it would be the birds, would be seagulls flying by and the sun sinking into the ocean. And we had a lot of fun. But that storm really got me. And then one time I had a noon, I believe it was a noon watch, where I actually was at the helm, steering the compass. They tell me what numbers I'm supposed to keep it at. And I'm like doing my thing up there, and everyone, they take turns because you have to be 24/7. And I just remember it was foggy. I couldn't see in front, but I had kept my little compass and following the thing, and there was no ship to shore. There was nothing modern on this boat. Just lots of maps, and they knew what they were doing, but I didn't know them very well. The name of the boat was the Promiscuity. That should tell you something. And I'm at the helm. I'm doing my thing, and I'm thinking I'm seeing something from the distance. I'm seeing like this giant, huge bow of a ship heading straight for us. We look like a tin can floating in the water next to this beast. And I didn't know what to do. I basically just was like, I don't know if I screamed and yelled for the captain, but he came running and saw that with the ship, and we steered. Good thing we steered in the right direction, and it went by our ship, and water over our ship from just the huge aircraft carrier, and the name on it was the USS Kearsarge. And I just remember how scary that is, because what if it was in the middle of the night and we didn't see it? It would have kicked us across the ocean, and we'd have all been dead. And I got off the ship in Morro Bay, first place we'd seen land. And they said, at 2 o'clock you're going to see land. And we were like, oh, I want to see land. I need land. And we finally got off the ship in Morro Bay. No, Moss Landing, that's right. They continued on their journey, and I just took my stuff and my guitar, and I went to the highway, which was 101 right there. Takes me right home. And believe it or not, I had to get home, so I stayed at this gas station, and these 3 ladies were driving, and they were driving south towards Santa Barbara, and I told them what I'd just done, and could they give me a ride. They gave me a ride, and I got home safely. But oh my God, that was amazing. And that's it for me today. I thought I would just, chat with you guys. And as far as doing videos on my fashion and stuff, I'll think about it. I don't know. I don't really have that. I used to use Clinique. That's big deal, right? But I use Clinique, and I have some Avon lipstick. And now that I'm getting older and I don't have a lot of money, I just use cheap stuff. I go to the dollar store, has cheap makeup in it, not bad. And sometimes Walmart, but I don't really get a chance to buy nice stuff anymore. And that is it for now. And that leads me to making money on YouTube. I don't make money on YouTube. And I've been asked, why don't I do a Patreon type of thing? And I'm not sure that would be appropriate for me. So I don't know. But I do have my PayPal button on my homepage here. Anybody ever wants to, donate some money for me to just live this life and keep videoing, that would be cool. If not, that's okay too. And that's it from me today. I'm not asking anyone to do anything. I'm just saying that it is available. Have a great night. I hope you enjoyed my ramble. Peace out. I love you guys.